Alrighty, welcome to another Marvel Champions live stream. Today we are taking a look at the newest hero available for Marvel Champions, War Machine. And so we are doing kind of our review stream the way that we normally do it, where I'm going to play through War Machine with each of the four aspects. Then I will talk about them and I will rank the aspects. And that just gives me, 4 games under my belt to understand the mechanics of War Machine and just exactly how he works. And so that's kind of what we're working on. I'm gonna have massive glare if I don't turn off those lights. So let me do that. And also thank you to Scott for gifting a community sub. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. And we will get Venom to the table soon. So that was a request from him. So I am going to start out. I usually start with aggression, but I think aggression is going to be kind of fun with War Machine. My least interested, I guess, aspect for War Machine right now is going to probably be protection. And so I'm starting out with protection today just to kind of, I don't know, just I don't want to say get it out of the way, because I don't necessarily think that is what I'm trying to do, but it is something, I'm more excited for the other one. So let's start out with one of them that we're not as excited about. If you want, or if you are interested, I have kind of my initial unboxing and review of War Machine up on my Patreon as an exclusive video. I will be doing a lot more of those coming up. And so anytime something new comes out, I'm doing the unboxing, getting my initial thoughts out there, as well as with Lord of the Rings. I'm going to be doing kind of the initial boxings and initial playthrough and just kind of get slaughtered by the quest as we go through there. And so those are going to be Patreon exclusives, and you can check that out if that sounds interesting to you. But War Machine does seem like a super interesting hero. He has a really good hero kit. His base 15 cards, I think, are really good. And kind of what I've been saying over the last couple of streams is that I really enjoy heroes that reward you for flipping to alter ego. And War Machine does that. He's got a response. His ability is a response. When you flip to War Machine, then he gets his ammunition. And then he has some really good supports that are alter ego actions. And so that's why I'm excited to have War Machine, because I want to be flipping every single time, which is also why I am not super excited about protection. Because protection, you kind of want to be in hero form the entire time so that you can be defending, you can do all of that. And so I'm playing protection a little bit differently than I normally would. Instead of kind of this to beef up the defense and try and defend and use hard to ignores and unflappables and all of that, I'm trying a defend less is kind of how I've heard it been described before. It's a hopefully not needing to defend ever. And I'm going to be trying to keep my hit points up high enough so that I can use like cards like Fighting Fit, which deal a lot of damage if you have your hero HP equal to or above your max. Also, I need a couple of these cards. I need energies and crew quarters. So I'm also running crew quarters in every single one of my decks today, because it's another alter ego action that will heal War Machine for 2 every single time I flip. And so I want to be utilizing that as often as I need to. If you are watching on YouTube, you can find all of the deck lists. They are going to be linked into the description below. So go ahead and do that. And if you're enjoying the videos, go ahead and hit that subscribe button or give me a follow, and it'd be much appreciated, because I'm really enjoying doing this. Alrighty, so I decided to take on Crossbones today. Crossbones is one of the villains in the Rise of Red Skull campaign, and so I'm excited to take him on. He kind of gives a little bit more variety than like a Rhino or someone like that, but he's also not overly complex. He allows the hero to kind of get in a rhythm, and you get to really kind of see what the hero has to offer. So Crossbones, while a weapon is attached to him, his attacking's piercing. So tough cards don't really work that well, which is a little unfortunate because this deck is kind of built around using tough cards as well as stunning the villain. And so if he does have a weapon attachment, we're going to want to get rid of that really quickly. Which aspect do you like War Machine in the most? Hey, Trapid, how's it going? I don't know yet, so I've not actually played them. I think the one that I'm most interested in playing is Justice, and I think Justice War Machine is going to be phenomenal because he does want to flip down every single turn, which is going to make the villain be scheming a lot. And Justice has the cards that can remove the threat and really, really be good. So I think I'm going to save Justice for last. That's the one I'm most interested in. I'm also really interested in leadership. I'm not quite sure if it's kind of a War Machine only, but in War Machine's kit, a lot of cards came out that kind of give another archetype to leadership, and that allows like what are the cards? It's called Sneak Attack, and so you choose an ally in your hand that shares a trait with your identity, and you can put it into play, and then you discard it at the end of the phase. And so my leadership deck, and I'll go into this a little bit more once we get there, is just a bunch of really high cost allies that have really good effects when they come into play. And I'm going to be sneak attacking them in. And then we've got cards like Go Down Swinging, which you discard the ally and deal damage equal to the printed cost. And so you can sneak attack in maybe like a giant man, right? And then he's swinging for 4. He can hit you for 4, and then you can go down swinging and discard Giant Man to hit for 5. So just with that 2 cost, it's going to be 9 damage. And so you have to have the cards, but we'll see. Hey, Scott. Hey, from the UK. Looking forward to seeing War Machine in action. Well, thank you so much. And again, thank you for the gift of the sub. I really appreciate that. Really, really great. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into it. Let's see what War Machine can do. So we're going to go with protection first, and we're going to start with the attack on Mount Athena. So create the experimental weapons deck here, set it against or next to the main scheme. When revealed, reveal the top card of the experimental weapons deck. I'll just shuffle this. I don't think I shuffled it on stream, so we'll just go ahead and shuffle it real quick. And then this is a super low threshold. This moves on at 3, and so that's probably just going to happen. More experimental weapons come out at that point. So our first one is laser rifle. So this gives him a +1 attack, and it has ranged. Then also Crossbones, when he has the attachment, he gains piercing. So there's just some nasty stuff. We don't like Crossbones having weapons, but War Machine likes to have weapons. So let's see who has bigger guns. So James Rhodes, he has a hand size of 6, 10 hit points, and he has a ability that's choose a War Machine card in your discard pile, shuffle it into your deck. And the designer did come out and say that was intended and is supposed to be once per phase, or else you would just be able to just throw everything you wanted to in your deck, and that just doesn't seem that would seem broken. So, and then also whenever you change this form, discard all the ammo counters on him. And so I don't have any by the same token ammo counters yet, so I assume that they're going to come out with them, and I will be buying them because War Machine seems like a hero that I will be playing a lot more of. Alrighty, so we've got full auto, which is remove 4 ammo counters from War Machine and deal 8 damage to an enemy with overkill. We got munitions bunker, which is exhaust munition bunker to place 2 ammo counters here, and then as a hero action, you can exhaust munition bunker to remove each ammo counter here and put it on War Machine. And so that's great to have in the full. We've got a strength, which we can pay for that. We've got another full auto. We've got a missile launcher, which is an upgrade. Exhaust missile launcher and remove 1 ammo counter to deal 2 damage to each enemy, and the attack gains range. And then we've got a tackle, which is stun an enemy. If you paid for this card using a fist, deal 3 damage to that enemy. So I think I think we're going to probably hold on to missile launcher. I think that's going to be probably a um, good thing to hang on to. We got munitions bunker, and also when War Machine flips up, he gets 5 counters, and so minimum I will be starting out with 7 counters going in, and so removing 4 ammo counters isn't awful, but I think missile launcher will be good. Just to kind of, because there's an experimental weapons that gives him retaliate, and we don't really want to mess around with that too much. Tackle would be good and stun him, but I'm gonna keep 1 full auto. We'll see how it goes. We'll mulligan a tackle and a full auto. There's a gauntlet gun, that's great, and an energy barrier. So gauntlet gun is basically his resource generation. You can exhaust it to pay for a War Machine event, and he gets another ammo counter. So excellent. Okay, so let's go. I'm excited for War Machine. So let's use the strength to play munitions bunker. I will exhaust munition bunker to put 2 counters or 2 ammo counters on it, and we will go ahead and flip up to War Machine. 5 ammo counters. So already we've got some stuff going on. We're going to discard energy barrier and a full auto for a gauntlet gun. We'll go ahead and exhaust gauntlet gun to generate a wild resource for a War Machine and place 1. But I don't have an event. But since I am changing the board state, I believe that I can still do that. So War Machine comes out with 6, and then munitions bunker's got 2 on it already. And War Machine we'll just attack. We'll just start swinging. We'll just do what War Machine does and deal 2 damage to the villain. And we'll stand up. I'm going to hold on to my missile launcher. We've got a genius. His hand size in hero form is 5. We've got another energy barrier. We've got scorched earth, so remove 3 ammo counters and deal 3 damage to each enemy in play. So we can really just kind of knock out those minions if we need to. And we've got a mockingbird. Okay, great. So that'll be a good way to stun. Okay. So starting out, we're going to place 1 threat here on the main scheme. Crossbones is then going to attack me for 2 plus a boost card. I'm just going to take it. So 2 plus 1 is 3 damage. And then we'll do a bad card. Bad card is a Hydra Soldier. So it has guard. And then whenever I defeat him, I have to deal myself a encounter card. So not too bad. Okay. Okay, so first off, I'm just going to exhaust munitions bunker to move this 2 up here. So now I have 8 ammo counters on War Machine. I'm going to don't think I'm going to do Scorched Earth. I am going to, I think getting a energy barrier out is pretty good right now. But I'm gonna do Mockingbird instead. Beats Iron Man, puny hand size of 1. Yes, absolutely. Iron Man, I have not played Iron Man in the longest time, and I was thinking about that last night. Actually, I was like, I need to play Iron Man again because I think that he's an interesting character, and I do want to try him more. But yeah, he is very hard in solo play, especially starting out. Okay, so we got Mockingbird here. I will stun Crossbones. I'm going to discard a Scorched Earth to play a missile launcher. I will exhaust missile launcher, remove 1 counter to deal 2 damage to an enemy. So that'll be the Hydra Soldier. I will attack here, killing the Hydra Soldier, and then I will thwart 1 with Mockingbird on the attack of Mount Athena. I'll exhaust here to give me 1. Okay, we'll stand up. They also they War Machine's signature ally is Iron Man, and I don't like Iron Man as much as the leadership Iron Man. But then you get them in all, 2, 3, 4, 5. You get them in all aspects, but it's like you can go through and search your deck for a tech upgrade, very similar to like a Nebula or Gamora ally. So yeah, it's fine. Okay. So starting out in the villain phase, we'll place one here. He's stunned, so we'll remove that, and then we get a bad card. The bad card is a Hydra regular. So in site 1, we put 1 threat here on the main scheme. And we've got this Hydra regular. He's a 1/2. Okay, so I've got multiple man, which is a little annoying because I got this stupid Mockingbird taking up one of my ally slots. But I do have Shoulder Cannon. So Shoulder Cannon is basically, or it is, exhaust Shoulder Cannon, deal 1 damage to an enemy, and you can remove 1 ammo counter from War Machine to ready Soldier Cannon. And there is not a... Oh, yes, thank you. He does. I do get an encounter card. So thanks, Trap-It. And then he's got Crossbones armor. So attached to Crossbones, when he would take any amount of damage, place it here instead. If there is 5 more damage here, discard Crossbones armor. So Shoulder Cannon, I can basically just convert all of my... It's not a once per round ability, so I can convert all of my ammo to damage, which is kind of crazy. So definitely want to get that into play. Got a momentum shift, but I think multiple man, unfortunately, probably isn't going to make it into... Yeah, probably isn't going to make it into play, because I don't really want to pay 4 for just 2 of them. So let's go ahead and exhaust Missile Launcher. We'll move 1 here to kill the Hydra regular, to deal 2 damage to Hydra regular. We will discard a multiple man, and let's do a Fighting Fit to place Shoulder Cannon. And I will exhaust Gauntlet Gun to add 1 here. Mockingbird will attack, or I'm sorry, thwart 1 here. War Machine will thwart. Just don't want to ever really be messing with that. And then we've got 8 for Shoulder Cannon. So 2, 4, 6, 8. 8 damage on Crossbones, which 3 or 5 goes here, discarding the armor. And then 3 rolls over 2 Crossbones. So he's down to 7. Righty. I'm going to flip down to Alter Ego. I'm going to exhaust Munitions Bunker to put 2 there. So in that case, I probably shouldn't have schemed or thwarted. I probably should have just attacked him. Things to be thinking about next time. We'll ready everybody. I'm going to get rid of both of those cards. I don't need them. We've got a first hit, a tackle. Good. Got up. Oh, man. This card. War Machine gains the aerial trait. And whenever you change to hero form, exhaust this card to give War Machine a tough status card. Just reinforcing that you need to be flipping or you want to be flipping pretty often, because then you can just take a hit. This is a good card. I really like this card. I really like War Machine. So 2, 4, 5. There's an endurance. That's nice. And then a momentum shift. Great. Okay. Starting out, we'll go 1 here. Crossbones will thwart for 1 plus 2. So we're going to move on from attack Mount Athena to the Infinity Stone. So inside the Project Pegasus facility, S.H.I.E.L.D. agents desperately fight to prevent Hydras from obtaining the Reality Stone stored within. That card is insane. Yeah, it's nuts. It's nuts. So when revealed, we get another experimental weapons, which is basically a +1/+1 for him. This starts out with 1 on it, and then we progress when it hits 6. He is getting kind of nasty, but We're also pretty nasty. Okay. So we need to resolve an encounter card. We've got a Hydra Bomber. When revealed, choose to either take 2 damage or place 1 threat on the main scheme. Sorry for hitting the mic. Tough. Each time you flip is brilliant. It really is. And it really helps you justify flipping down. Like if you have that, you have munitions bunker, then there's really just so much like mitigation. All you have to do is worry about him scheming out. And I mean, I just love the design. Making sure that you're always, or you want to be an alter ego, which is just not something that you have the need to do or want to do, and for most heroes. So okay, so we got Hydra Bomber. I'm gonna place 1 threat on the main scheme. I'll just go to 2 there. Okay, so I'm going to discard 2 tackles, or a tackle and 2 first hits to play the upgraded chassis. And I will exhaust munitions bunker to place 2 here. I will... I'm going to discard a momentum shift to play an endurance to give myself 3 hit points. I will flip up. When I flip into this mode, I get 5 ammo counters. I'll exhaust Gauntlet Gun, get a 6. I'm going to exhaust Missile Launcher, remove 1 counter to deal 2 damage to Hydra Bomber. I will... Oh, I get a tough status card. We just talked about all of that. But I have a tough status card, so that makes that a lot better. He does have piercing, though, which kind of stinks. That's when he has a weapon, but okay, well, we'll have to get rid of those weapons. So he has piercing, ranged. So we'll let Mockingbird take the hit. And then maybe we're not going to be able to get rid of both of the weapons, but maybe here in a couple of rounds we'll be able to get him down. Okay, so I'm gonna hang on to Shoulder Cannon. I don't really care if I do the damage to him right now, and exhaust that to get the tough status card. And I'm going to, I'll just thwart here for 1. Mockingbird's gonna stay alive to take a hit. So we'll stand everybody up. We'll draw 5 cards. So here's Targeted Strike, which is a basically a thwart event. So remove 1 ammo counter to remove 3 threat from the scheme. It's excellent value. There's a Subdue. We've got Repulsor Beam. 1 ammo counter from War Machine to deal 4 damage to an enemy. There's Scorched Earth, 3 damage to all enemies in play. And we got a Fighting Fit. So 2, 4, 5. Excellent. Starting out, we're going to put 1 here. Crossbones is going to attack for 3 plus a boost. 1. So by Mockingbird. And then we've got a encounter card, Hydra Regular. We'll put that there. Cool. Okay. So now let's exhaust munitions bunker to move these 2 up here. We will... Man. Part of me just wants to just rush him and not worry about how much damage he's doing, because if I can just weather the storm, right now I'm sitting on 2 10 damage just with what I've got him on the board, right? Without even paying for anything, I'm sitting on 10 damage right now. And so, no, man, that's just crazy. Okay, so I'm going to exhaust Gauntlet Gun, remove 1 counter. Actually, I get to add a counter. And so I will add a counter. Then I will remove counter. This gives me a resource to play Targeted Strike to remove 3 threat from the scheme. So we'll clear that up just a little bit. I will exhaust Missile Launcher, remove 1 of these. to deal 2 damage here. And then we are going to discard Scorched Earth to play a Repulsor Beam. So remove 1 ammo counter to deal 4 damage to the villain. So he's down to 3. And then yeah, we'll do 3 damage, which will put him into his second form. So while Crossbones has his weapon, and then when revealed, search the encounter deck and discard power for the machine gun, and then put it into play. So machine gun just kind of does some extra damage. So when Crossbones attacks you, remove 1 ammo counter from this card and discard the top card of the encounter deck. Take indirect damage equal to that. And it comes in with 2 ammo counters per player. So sitting there with some damage, but and then I forgot to look, but in his second stage, he gets 14 health. Okay. I will remove these last 2 to do 4 damage to him. I will flip. Oh, I can still actually do something. I guess I'll attack for 2. Then I will flip down to James Road. Yep. I'll toss those 2 cards. We'll stand everything up. Got an energy barrier, the power protection, repulsor beam. There's 4 damage, so that's good. Another power protection, good draw, and then targeted strike. Okay. Cool. Let's see what we've got going on. I'm going to place 1 here. Crossbones is going to scheme for 3 plus 2 is 5. Bummer. Wow. Okay. Well, that's what happens when you play solo. So we're moving on to the getaway. So when revealed, reveal the top card of the experimental weapons deck. And then if this stage is completed, the players lose the game. And after the attached villain damages me, discard 1 card from your hand. And this starts out with 1. I'm going to do a bad card, which is Hard as Nails. When revealed, give the villain a tough status card. It cannot heal 3 damage from him instead. So he gets a tough status card. Okay. Now on my turn, we'll exhaust Munitions Bunker to go 2 there. And we will I'll use his ability. We'll shuffle a War Machine card into the deck. I want to get Repulsor Beam in there because that does a lot of damage. I will flip up to hero mode, give myself some ammo counters, and let's see what we can do with these. So I will exhaust Shoulder Cannon, remove, or deal 1 damage to knock off the tough. I will see if I want to. I think I have to do this now. I'm gonna count. So there's 1, 2, 3. I will go ahead and I'll ready it. No, I'm not gonna ready it. Yeah, I will ready it. Why not? We'll move that over. Sweet. Okay. I think I have this. So here's 1 to play a Repulsor Beam, which will deal 4 damage. I will exhaust this to remove 1 to deal 2 damage. And then I've got 4 more damage, 4, to finish him off. So that was the first game with War Machine. Once he gets built, and it does not take long to build him, but once he gets built, if you can grab Munitions Bunker, which was not as good as I thought it was going to be, Okay, let me rephrase that. It was really good, and I think that it's a very good card. Um, I was thinking that you probably needed that munitions bunker to make War Machine work, and that does not seem to be the case. I think 5 ammo counters is still very formidable, especially if you have a gauntlet gun. That's 6. Munitions bunker just helps deal some more damage, but munitions bunker and then the shoulder cannon, that combo can just get insane because this is not once per round or anything. So really, you can just convert all of your ammo counters into a damage and just kind of go crazy. So that was protection. That was the one I was least excited about, even though protection is actually my favorite aspect. And so, what do we want to see next? What is the chat? We got aggression, leadership, or justice. Does anyone have a suggestion or a request? Because I am excited for all of them. Aggression, I've heard, is fun. Let's do aggression then, because I'm all about having fun. Alrighty, I'm going to reset everything. I'm going to be right back. I'll talk to you all soon. Alrighty, it is time to be aggressive. So this deck I've built all around literally just how fast can we kill the villain. There's really not any like threat mitigation outside of his original kit, but it's we're going to be hitting a lot of surprise attacks because I expect us to be flipping a lot. We've got Hulk because Hulk is always hilariously fun. Give me some hit points because I don't want to be defending, and then there's just a lot of attack events, and then if I can be swinging 4 with Godslayer combat training, that puts me at 5. I'm just hoping to beat him in as few turns as possible. Also, I've got Fuselage in here, Fusillade, and that's exhaust a weapon upgrade you control and deal 5 damage to an enemy. And a lot of his upgrades are weapons, even if they aren't doing damage, but if I just have like shoulder cannon, right? I can which one? It was shoulder cannon. Yeah. So it's one ammo counter to ready it, and if it's my last one, I might as well just play a fuselage. Instead of doing 1 damage, I can do 5 by exalting it. Same thing, right? I just like there's a lot of damage in this deck, and I'm hoping that I can win before he basically schemes out. And I think that's going to be the issue. So we'll see how it goes. Oh, man. Aggression is going to be fun. So, is everyone's weekend going well? I hope so. We had some friends over. We played a couple of games. We played Space Base, which I've never played before. I played that. That was a kind of a fun probability dice rolling. You couldn't take it too seriously. And then I played Fleet the Dice game, which is a game. It's a roll and write game that I have never played, and I do enjoy roll and writes. I enjoy them a lot, and so it was kind of fun to try a new one, and it was really good. I mean, it was very complex. Not, it was probably pretty complicated as well, but for a roll and write, that was just something that I haven't ever like seen before, and so that was exciting. Good. I'm glad to hear that the weekend's going well, Scott. That's exciting. And then what else do we do? We watched uh, uh, Shang-Chi. We finally saw that. We're trying to avoid movie theaters right now, just as much as we possibly can. Just so we waited till that came out on Disney Plus. I thought that was awesome. That was a really good movie, and yeah, just kind of had a relaxing weekend. So, and played a lot of Marvel Champions, which is always a good time. Okay, so Crossbones coming in. Let's see. He's got another laser rifle. So we'll see if we actually care about that. Okay, so we've got a hand size of 6. Hey, there's a surprise attack. That's always good to see. There's a power of aggression. Power of aggression with a drop kick will be really nice to stun him. Missile launcher, good pull. Full auto, don't really need that. And gauntlet gun. I like that. I'm going to go ahead and mulligan my full auto into a genius. Excellent. Great. Okay, so there's a genius. I'm probably going to, like, it'll be nice to flip and use surprise attack, but I think I'd rather just deal the same amount of damage, stun him, and draw a card, and see if I can also get missile launcher onto the board. So let's do that. Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'll shuffle full auto back into my deck using James Rhodes' ability, and we'll flip up. Go 5 ammo counters on War Machine. I will play the power of aggression and a surprise attack to play drop kick. So drop kick says deal 4 damage to an enemy. So we'll do that to the villain. And if I paid for it with only fist resources, which I did because this is a wild, then stun the enemy and draw a card. Hey, there's my the more I've been thinking about it, I think that I would play this in almost any time I'm playing War Machine. I don't know if against Crossbones it actually gets to the table, right? Unless I'm trying to make sure that he doesn't have his weapons, because this kind of, I mean, it's 4. So War Machine versus Zola will be great. Yes. And I should have picked Zola. I should have gone to get Zola. That would have been a lot of fun. I think that like a War Machine, I want to run War Machine through Red Skull, and so I may do that because so far I'm really liking War Machine, so that may be worth doing a full campaign on. So yeah, get to see Zola in action. Alrighty, so we're gonna go ahead and discard a genius to play a gauntlet gun. We'll exhaust gauntlet gun to give me 1 more counter just for fun. And then I'm going to discard the upgraded chesses for a missile launcher. I will exhaust missile launcher to do 2 damage to the villain, and then War Machine will then also attack and deal 2 damage. So that's how you do 8 damage on your first turn. Alrighty. Zola is scary. Yes, he is. He can get insane, but it's always I've always enjoyed trying to figure out how to make sure that Zola isn't kind of just going to be overrunning you with the minions. But so, but he is very scary. He is very scary. All right, so we got a clobber, we've got a fuselage, we've got a surprise attack. Also, um, one kind of interesting thing is a fusillade is that gauntlet gun is a weapon. It doesn't deal damage. It's the one that produces the resource and everything, but it is considered a weapon. So you can exhaust this if you don't want the ammo counter to trigger this for 5 damage. So that's pretty cool. Got Scorched Earth. Um, Scorched Earth is going to be hilariously fun if we've got, if we're running something like against the Zola, or we're running against I just Ultron or something that throws just a bunch of minions out there. So yeah. Okay. So starting out, we're going to place 1 here. The villain is stunned, so we'll remove that stun, and then we'll get a bad card. The bad card is Shadows of the Past. Good. Okay. Well, I mean, not good, but I am excited that we get to see what this looks like. So we've got Living Laser is my minion. So he comes in, he has Quick Strike. So I'll just take that to the chin, and his attacks gain piercing. So yeah. We've got the Deadly Light Show. So it's a hinder 1, so it comes in with 4, and it says when defeated, deal 1 damage to each identity. Okay. And then we've got some laser strikes, which discarding upgrades that we control, which is not on my to-do list, but we draw them, we draw them. Okay. Well, these don't seem. This also has a crisis icon. Didn't mention that, but I mean, it's not the scariest thing I've ever seen in the world. There are definitely worse ones, but I don't like the treachery cards. I think these are okay, but it's really the treachery cards, and they're discarding my upgrades that I'm really not looking forward to. Okay, so I will. I will discard Surprise Attack and Scorched Earth to play a Clobber. Deal 3 damage to an enemy if this is the first card you've played this round. Return this card to your hand. And I'll do 3 damage to the Living Laser. Then I will return that to my hand. I need 2 Gauntlet Guns. Probably. That'd be pretty cool. So 2 Gauntlet Guns or deal 5 damage, putting him into round 2. I don't think I need to move him into round 2 quite yet. And so I'm going to instead discard Clobber and Fuselage for Gauntlet Guns. I'll exhaust both of these to get 2 counters. Then I will remove 1 to deal 2 damage to the Living Laser, which knocks him out of play. And then I will attack and just deal 2 damage to the villain. Okay. Excellent. Okay. So, yeah. It's kind of weird. I haven't drawn many events or anything to get rid of these ammo counters, so I really haven't needed to flip down, which is fine. I think, if I can flip down next time, that's when I really want to do it, because then, well, if I can thwart 1, then flip down, then, he'll scheme way over this threshold of 3. Hey, there's a target to strike. Perfect. Power of Aggression. Combat Training. Okay. We got Toe-to-Toe. Okay. And so I was thinking of Toe-to-Toe in this deck because I kind of forgot that Crossbones is piercing like all the time. But my idea was to run Toe-to-Toe, and then because I think that I would almost always have a tough status card, or very often have a tough status card, be able to have the villain attack me, knock off that tough, and then deal 5 damage right back to the villain. So that was kind of the idea, but it kind of, I can just take the damage and whatever, but okay. So we got a combat training, we got a strength, we've got some cards. Starting out, we're going to place 2 threat right here. I'm not going to be able to thwart that because of this crisis. I kind of forgot about that. And then Crossbones is going to attack me for 2 plus a boost card. I'm just going to take it. So 2 plus, give the villain a tough status card. If you cannot heal, 3 damage from him instead. So, that's stunned. Tough. and 2 damage. And then we'll resolve a bad card. Weapons Master. When field hero, the villain attacks you. If they have a weapon attachment, this card gains Surge. So 2 again. So 2 plus 1 is 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh, oops, wrong one. Okay. And then the Surge is the villain attacks you. Uh-oh. I'm going to defend. This got crazy real quick. So 2 to 2 and 3. So that actually kills me. That was kind of crazy. I don't think that was very indicative of how this deck normally plays, considering I just got hit like a lot. I'm gonna try it again. I'm gonna run aggression again. I hope that's okay with everybody. But I didn't feel like I got a good feel for how aggression works with War Machine, because he just basically did 10 damage to me because he attacked me 3 times. So I'm gonna run it back. I'll just stay on and we'll just shuffle while everyone's on. But I do want to just make sure that I'm getting a full kind of idea of how these guys play. And so yeah. So we'll remove all of my bad cards from the deck. And regimed hydrate. Alrighty. Okay, so I'm a huge fan of Zero Dr. Pepper or Diet Dr. Pepper. And then they have like this like cherry version now, which I like cherry Coke, but I'm not loving the cherry Dr. Pepper actually. Crossbones can do that. Yeah, he that went crazy real quick. So oh man, it's fun. But we'll get him this time. You love the cherry Zero? Okay, good. Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know why. It just isn't my favorite, but I'm glad you enjoy it. Okay. The other crazy thing is he did that in like in villain stage 1. So man, it's crazy. So I will say, Trapit, that I do like the just Dr. Pepper cherry better. Like I enjoy that. I think that's really good. But for whatever reason, the 0-1 is not my favorite. Okay. So, excellent. I'm really excited. So they've announced a couple of heroes. They've announced a couple of new releases. But what I'm really excited for is I really want them to do a Defenders box. So like Jessica Jones, Punisher, Iron Fist. I just think that cycle would be really interesting. I haven't seen Iron Fist because I've heard it's not great, but I really did like kind of the Jessica Jones TV show. I think that'd be just like a lot of fun to play through. And so, but what are you all looking forward to? Like, if announced or unannounced, what are kind of your top things that you're excited for in the future of Marvel Champions? 2, 4, 6. And yeah, fuselage, toe-to-toe, power of aggression, bug. Wow, this is drew all aggression cards, none of his cards. I'm going to Hulk. Seems fun, right? Might as well just get Hulk out there. And then yeah, I think I'm gonna mulligan 4 cards and see what happens. Got a power of aggression. There's a full auto. There's a drop kick. Okay, that's good. And a sentry. Yeah. Well, at least hopefully my next couple hands will be really good. Alrighty. So I don't have any War Machine cards in my discard pile. I guess I could pay for something now. No, because I want to pay for dropkick there. I have to use my fist resource for that. So Yep. Okay. Well, X-Men definitely, but Punisher, Ghost Rider would be good too. Yeah. So X-Men, I think they're gonna just complete like that's gonna be like a whole new thing, right? Because they've got so much content to draw from on X-Men, and I'm excited. Yeah. So, but which X-Men are you most excited for? Because I want to hear this. I love Gambit. I think Gambit's awesome. I used to do like table magic, so like with all the cards. So you'll see me do like random stuff like can't spin it anymore, but I used to do a bunch of that stuff. And so Gambit just like his whole thing was super exciting to me. But yeah, what are you all most excited for? We're gonna flip up. I'll get some ammo counters. I'm going to pay full auto and the power of aggression for a drop kick to deal 4 damage to crossbow. Oh wait, sorry, shoot, I never shuffled this. And retaliate 1. Ew, gross. Okay, well that may change what I do because yeah, Gambit, Wolverine, Storm. Ooh, yeah, Nightcrawler will be interesting. I'm excited to see how they pull that off. Because yeah, that'll be cool. I'm gonna go ahead and just discard Sentry and the power of aggression to discard energy. That's annoying. Rogue would be great. Imagine her stealing powers from the villain and allies. That's interesting. Huh. Yeah. I would really like that. Just to see how they could implement if you could take a power or like basically she plays completely different against each villain. That's cool. I wonder how they would do that. Like would she get like the attack and thwart value equal to theirs? Would there be some like special ability? I don't know. That'd be cool. That'd be really cool. Now we're gonna do this. We're gonna play drop kick to deal 4 damage and stun because those are all fist. Oh wait, shoot. Oh wait, no. Yeah. Oh, he doesn't have piercing now, which is nice. And I will attack for 2. I also hope they make a Civil War box where hero versus hero. Interesting. So are you thinking that would be more of like you would have, villains that you could fight and still be a cooperative game, or like I could sit across the table from an opponent and we could play Marvel Champions competitively? Because I think either one would be really interesting. I'm gonna hold on to Hulk. He seems fun. Yeah, there's a missile launcher. Good. Clobber. Great. Genius. Good. And Martial Prowess. Interesting. Okay. So Clobber. Okay. Starting out, we're going to throw 1 here on the main scheme. Crossbones is going to attack, but he is stunned, so we'll take away that. And then we will get a full auto. Discard X cards from the top of the encounter deck where X is Crossbones attack. Take 1 indirect damage for each boost icon. So he has 1, and then it's a 0. So no 0. Or no damage, which is always good. Okay, so we're going to play a Genius for a Clobber to deal 3 damage. 1, 2, 3, and then bring it back to my hand. I'm going to discard a Clobber to play a Missile Launcher. Just remove to deal 2 damage to the villain. I'm thinking like it is now with Iron Man as a villain, or another thought would be a campaign where you choose which. Oh, that would be cool. That would be really cool. I like that a lot. So if you could play Iron Man or like Cap's side, that would be really cool. That'd be really cool. You should go work or you should call him up. You should let him know about your awesome ideas, or just go work for him. I'll thwart here for 1. All right, we'll stand up. I don't know why I put Martial Prowess in this. I don't think that Martial Prowess has a spot in this deck. I think it's good, but I think that this deck is meant to win faster than Martial Prowess will pay for itself. So yeah. Okay, so Hulk, there's a Gauntlet Gun. There's a Crew Quarter. Okay. repulsor beam, excellent, and combat training. Cool. Okay, so we'll place one here. Yeah, that does sound really cool. And Crossbones will then attack me for 1 plus 2 is 3. So I will take 3 damage. So 1, 2, 3. And then we're going to resolve a bad card, which is Madame Hydra. So she cannot take damage while the Legions of Hydra side scheme is in play. And then after she schemes her attack, place 2 threat on the Legions of Hydra side scheme. Thank goodness we don't have that in play, but she does have 6 health, which is gross. Okay, so let's see what we can do. Okay, so I will exhaust here to deal 4 damage. All right, I'm sorry, 2 damage there, and then I will. I don't think I'm gonna play combat training. I'll toss a combat training for repulsor beam. Remove 1 here and deal 4. So takes care of her. Then I will. You know what? It's gonna be fun. Why not? Let's get Hulk into play. Yeah, so Hulk comes into play. Crazy. We'll go ahead and attack, take him to round 2. And then he gets crossbone. Or, hey, there's the machine gun right at the bottom of the deck. Ooh, alrighty. So that comes in with 2. And now he has piercing, which I don't think is worse. We're going to attack for 3. So he'll go down to 11. And discard the top card. It's a lightning. So that's deal 1 damage to each character. So Hulk has 2 damage now. I take a damage and the villain takes the damage. Hulk is insane. Cool. We'll draw up. So we got full auto. Got surprise attack. Got an energy. Hey, there's Iron Man. Interesting. Okay. And a repulsor beam. Cool. Okay. So 3/5 repulsor beam. So I think I win if I don't die. So that's kind of cool. So this gets 1. Crossbones is going to attack. 2. I have 6 health left. What's the chances I die, right? Probably pretty low. So 2 plus boost, give the villain a tough status card. Then we'll remove a counter here, discard this for 1 indirect damage. I'm going to place that on Hulk. And then I take 2 damage. So I'm down to 4. And bad card, Shadows of the Past again. Great. It's fun to have Shadows of the Past to see what it is, but we've already seen it, so it would have been nice if I didn't draw that, but that's fine. Living Laser quick strikes me for 2. So I'm down to 2. May need to flip. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Okay. So I will. I'll exhaust. Or I will discard a full auto to play a repulsor beam, removing 1 to deal 4 damage to the living laser. I will attack to knock off the tough status card from Crossbones. Then I will I'll discard surprise attack and an energy for an Iron Man. So after he enters play, search my deck and discard pile for a tech upgrade and add it to my hand. So I really want my shoulder cannon. I'm going to add that to my hand. Don't think I'm going to be able to stay in hero form right now, but we will attack with Iron Man, dealing 2 damage. We'll attack with Hulk and see what happens for 3. Then a fist, so deal 2 damage. So he's down to 3. And then I'm going to flip into James Road. Do I need to do that? Yeah, I definitely do. Because I need ammo counters. Okay. Sweet. So I'm going to hold on to my shoulder cannon. Because I just want to get that into play. Got munitions bunker. Excellent. Oh, before I do that, before I can draw, I'm going to shuffle one of these cards in using his ability. So just shuffle War Machine. I'm going to take Repulsor Beam because that will be game if I draw it. So might as well. In that sense, I probably should just discard this. Well, this is also game if I win. So, okay, so we've got Munitions Bunker. We've got Repulsor Beam, Drop Kick, Targeted Strike, and Endurance. Okay, so we are going to start out. We're going to move on from Mount Athena to the Infinity Stones. When revealed, he's got Power Gauntlets. So after the villain attacks and damages you, discard 1 card from random from your hand. He's going to scheme for 2 plus a boost, which is 2. So that's 4. And then we've got a bad card, which is the villain schemes. Great. So 2 plus this resolves during an undefended attack, which is not. So we're moving on again to the gateway. So this comes in with 1, and we're revealing this, which is +1 to his stats. But now it is my turn. He only has 3 damage left, so I'll flip up and we'll attack and just knock him out just like that. Cool. Well, that was the aggression deck. I think that there is some modifications probably needed for this specific deck. However, I do think that he works pretty well in aggression. So we have leadership. I think I'm going to do leadership next. I'm excited. I want to hold Justice till the end because I think Justice will be a lot of fun to play. I think that's going to be my favorite. So I'm going to we'll try the leadership, and we'll talk a little bit more about that deck when I come back. So I will see y'all in just a second. Alrighty, let's try some leadership builds. Thanks for hanging out, Scott. It was awesome having you here. Hope you get to see the rest of it tomorrow and enjoy. So, leadership. So we've talked about in the past how leadership is not my favorite aspect or anything like that. Um, I need to. This is going to drive me insane if I don't fix it. So I'm just going to fix my colors. Because I always forget to do that. I just continue to set up for um, for this. I can do this on the fly. But so the leadership isn't my favorite, as we've talked about before. However, this is the new archetype where instead of just throwing as many allies out there as you possibly can, and then use them to just get within one health and then chump block. That's kind of been how every single hero plays leadership, which I like. It's good. It's very strong. It's just not my favorite. Alrighty, 1 second. We'll see my transition real quick as all my colors change. So that being said, this new archetype where we're going to try sneak attacking a bunch of high cost allies into play, and so that we can take advantage of maybe like a one big attack, or they have like an awesome ability that happens when they enter play. We'll see how that goes. I think that it has a little bit more diversity than the standard leadership build. I think we'll see a lot of similarities in decks between different heroes, but I think that this is probably going to be, I don't know if it's more interesting or if it's just different, and so that's why I'm excited about it, but we'll see. So I'm running like a lot of really high cost allies. So War Machine is an Avenger. He's also a soldier. And so sneak attack, you have to play something that has the same trait as you. And so you'll notice that all of my allies are Avengers, except for Nick Fury. When he's in James Rhodes, he is Shield. And so Nick Fury is also Shield. And so you're able to play a sneak attack because it's not a hero action. You can sneak attack Fury, draw the cards, and just go to town. So you have to make sure you're an alter ego. There's a little bit of like caveats there. I just thought that if you're able to pull it off, it's definitely worth it. But we're running kind of a vision. So basically with vision coming in, he can thwart or attack. You spend an energy resource to give +2 to one of his abilities. Got a Black Panther, which is a new hero from War Machine's kit. And when he comes in, you choose a leadership card or event from your discard pile and attach it to him, and then you can play it as if that was in your hand. And so the leadership events are going to be like save the day or sneak attack or go down swinging. So the idea here is I can sneak attack a Black Panther, grab go down swinging if I don't have it in my hand, or whatever. I can attack for 2, discard go down swinging for 4. So that right there is one cost, effective resource cost of like 3, I guess, for 6 damage, which is pretty good. So, or thwart, and you have the ability or whatever. So we've got a couple of get readies. So if I have this, get ready is just a 0 cost to ready an ally and then just deal more damage. We've got command teams, which is a new card which allows you to exhaust this, remove a counter, and then ready an ally. And so when you come in with like what ally was I thinking? Like Goliath, he gets +4 attack until the end of the phase. So he can attack, do 5 damage. Command team, attack, deal 5 more damage. So just some crazy combinations in there. The more that I'm looking at it, I don't know if Get Ready has a spot in this deck, but we'll see how it goes. I'm excited for it. I think this will be an interesting way to play leadership. So, cool. All right, so he gets Retaliate 1, which is not what we want. I guess with like this leadership, I don't care if they're taking a bunch of damage because most often they're just going to be discarded at the end of the round or at the end of the phase. So that is one thing that I need to be careful about, is that they don't stick around to chump block for me. So yeah. So there is a sneak attack in Lord of the Rings, and sneak attack in Lord of the Rings, they come back to your hand. In Marvel, they get discarded, so not as good. But you also don't use cards as resources in Lord of the Rings, so it's a little bit more balanced to make sure that you have it. It works better this way. Sweet. Okay, so we've got 2, 4, 6 starting out. Let's see what we've got. There's a sneak attack and fury. Excellent. Already an alter ego. Love it. I gotta get ready. So that'll be fine. We've got a gauntlet gun, which will be good, and then I'm gonna mulligan this full auto. And into a save the day, which does not matter because save the day is discard an ally you control, remove threat equal from a scheme equal to that ally's cost, but 0 scheme. So, well, but yeah. So we'll shuffle full auto back into my deck using James Rhodes' ability. Then we are going to we will discard save the day to play sneak attack for Nick Fury. When Nick Fury enters play, I can choose to remove 2 threat, draw 3 cards, or deal 4 damage. I think it's very, very unlikely that I ever choose anything besides drawing 3 cards. I think drawing 3 cards is just an incredible value. So we've got another save of the day, which is a little unfortunate. My third save of the day, which is really unfortunate. And a command team. Okay, sweet. So we got a command team, which is good. And Nick's in play. Okay, so we need a energy. I don't want to get rid of my command team though. I think he's just gonna hang on to that energy shield for a little bit longer. Yeah, I'm not gonna get rid of my command team. Okay, so we'll flip up to hero form. So War Machine, put on his suit, let's go. So he starts out with 5 ammo counters on him. Nick will attack. We'll do 2 damage to the villain. And then Nick takes 2 damage, 1 consequential, and then 1 from the retaliate. We will toss an energy for a gauntlet gun. We'll exhaust gauntlet gun to give me another ammo counter here. We are going to it hurts to throw away command team, but I may do it. I may do it. You know what? No, let's play the cards. Let's see what happens. Alrighty, so we're gonna discard 2 save the days to put a command team into play. So exhaust to remove to ready an ally, but instead I'm gonna just play get ready, save my thing. Nick's going to attack again for 2, and then that will kill Nick, which is fine. And then I will swing for 2, and then I take a retaliate damage. Okay, we'll draw. We got Scorched Earth, full auto. There's a Strength, Repulsor Beam. Man, this is dirty. Okay, so full auto is 4 ammo counters. Repulsor Beam is 1. So right there, that's 12 damage. And then, wow, 12, 14 damage. That's insane. And then another Gauntlet gun. So 2, 4, 6. Okay, great. Starting out, we're going to place 1 threat here on the main scheme. Then we are going to get attack. So 1, I'm just going to take it to the face. 1 plus 0, we got rid of advance. That's exactly what I like to see. So I'm down to 8. And then we're going to do a bad card, which is this Hydra regular Insight 1. So this goes up to 2. And then we've got a nasty little Hydra regular sitting there. I am now going to discard a Repulsor Beam and a Scorched Earth to get rid of this energy shield, as the retaliate is going to get annoying. And I will use Strength to play a second Gauntlet gun. I'll exhaust 2 Gauntlet guns for 2. And to play a full auto. So I will, it's 4 counters, and then choose an enemy, deal 8 with overkill. So here's 2 damage here, and then 6 rolls over to Crossbones, which will take him into the next stage. He starts out with 14. Man, War Machine is insane. He's really cool. He is really cool. And then I'll thwart here for 1. Oh, that's kind of cool. It stood up. Okay. We'll stand everybody up. We got Mighty Avengers, which is another card that I'm not sure if stays in this deck, but there's a Vision. Go down swinging. Shoulder Cannon to 4. And a munitions bunker. Okay. Sweet. So Crossbones, we'll add 1 here. Crossbones is going to attack for 2. Oh, and I need his machine gun. Where is that pesky little machine gun? It is. War Machine's damage output is incredible. I'm going to continue. I'm just going to continue saying it. We will. So Crossbones is going to attack for 2. I have 8. I will. I'll take it. So 2 plus 0. Got rid of another advance. Excellent. Then machine gun does 0. Awesome. Then bad card, discard an upgrade or support I control. I will get rid of a gauntlet gun. Okay. So I will discard a go down swinging and a vision to play a shoulder cannon. And I will exhaust a gauntlet gun to give myself a resource. And I will exhaust shoulder cannon. I'll deal 2, 4, 5 damage with shoulder cannon. Taking him down to 9. I will attack for 2 with... No, I'm going to thwart instead. I'm going to thwart 1 here. And then I will flip over to James Road. I will shuffle my gauntlet gun. No, I'm going to shuffle full auto back into the deck. Because that's 8 damage. That's a lot of damage. And we will shuffle up. And it's got 9. I will have 5 damage here when he flips 6, 7, 8. So I'm going to hold on to munitions bunker just in case. We're ready. And we'll draw. Targeted strike. Iron Man. There's another command team. So this is also not limit 1 per player. So I think a command team with like a Yondu or Spider Girl from Peter Parker or from Spider-Man's kit, where they don't take consequential damage, I think that would be really, really cool because you can just continue readying them with command teams. And then a sneak attack. So, okay, I can sneak attack Iron Man. That'll be kind of fun. Sweet. Starting out, we'll go 1 here. Crossbones will scheme for 2 plus 1. So that's 3. And then we're going to resolve a bad card. Shadows of the Past, of course. I was getting tired of not seeing my nemesis. So, Living Laser comes in. Oh, wait, this is like way over. Sorry. Reveal the next. Power Gauntlets. Then Living Laser comes in. We've got Deadly Light Show, which comes in with 4. And all of these treacheries get shuffled in. Living Laser has Quick Strike, but I am in Alter Ego form, so I don't care about Quick Strike. Sweet. Alrighty. Now... Yep, okay, so I'll flip up. I get 5 counters. So 2, 4, 5. I'm going to spend command team to play sneak attack to put Iron Man into play. I get a tech upgrade, which um, don't know if it actually matters, but we'll do missile launcher because that sounds fun. So Iron Man, I got the missile launcher, so I'll discard a targeted strike to play a missile launcher. I will attack with Iron Man, dealing 2 damage. I will exhaust command team, remove a counter to ready Iron Man. I will attack with Iron Man, dealing 2 damage. So he's down to 5. Then I will exhaust missile launcher, remove a counter to deal 2, and then shoulder cannon for 4. There's leadership. So I like the idea of this. I thought I was going to be drawing more allies, so I specifically put in 8 allies into this deck, and so that was hoping with an average hand size of 5, and I draw with 8 in a 40 card deck. I should be getting around 1 a hand, which I think kind of the math worked out, but I needed more sneak attacks. So yeah, that's leadership. I thought it was fun. I really liked it. I mean, that was a quick game, and so yeah, that War Machine can do some damage, and I do like the idea of leadership or the new deck of leadership. I still think that I have the same kind of not complaint because it's hard to complain about this game, but I could take this all of the blue cards that I had in this deck and just pair it with almost any other hero, and they'd be fine. Actually, this would be a lot of fun to play with Hulk because I think Hulk could actually, utilize sneak attack. But that's another theory craft for another day. Alrighty, I'm gonna set up Justice for our final game. I will be right back. See you all soon. Alrighty, let's see what Justice can do with War Machine. I am excited for this one. I think that I'm gonna need to mulligan hard into like a munitions bunker or something like that, or my shoulder cannon. I think shoulder cannon is actually a little bit more effective than munitions bunker because I want to be able to deplete War Machine of all of his ammo counters before I flip down. And so if I do that, then I can, when I flip back up, I can just take care of so much threat mitigation. And so I probably will get through the first stage of the scheme pretty quickly, and my hope is to hold me at stage 2. So I've got a lot of clear the areas. I've got some sonic rifles in there, so none of War Machine's cards are restricted. So I'm hoping to get some sonic rifles out and confuse them so that I can keep them in there. Skilled investigator in there, beat cops, a couple of just kind of a pretty standard justice deck. So all of my justice cards are about threat mitigation, threat removal, and then damage from War Machine's kit. So I think this is the best kind of pairing of the kit. So I am excited to see how it plays out. I do think I need that shoulder cannon pretty soon so I can flip when I need to. Or else, I'm just discarding ammo counters, which is not the end of the world. I would just much rather be utilizing them and not like just losing my losing potential there. So this is the last game. Usually these streams take a little bit longer because I'm playing through 4 games. I already played through 4 games. So to be fair, that first aggression game was really quick, and so this is my 5th game, and we are under an hour and a half already. And so War Machine can tear through health on the villain. I think he's a really good solo hero. I'm also thinking that he's going to be really great in multiplayer. So I think seeing him in multiplayer will be really exciting. I need to shuffle this. And let's see what bad stuff Crossbones got. He's got, when he damages me, I have to discard a card from my hand. Don't love that. So 2, 4, 6. I get my shoulder cannon. I got a gauntlet gun. I got a crew quarter, which is great. Got upgraded chassis, which I don't think I need. I'm gonna mulligan that. I'm gonna mulligan. Oh, I do want Sense for Justice though. I'm mulligan a beat cop and a Wiccan. Into, hey, there's my shoulder cannon, excellent, and a targeted strike, and one more card, and a genius. Yes, great. Okay, sweet. Alrighty, I'm already excited about this. I don't think I want that against Crossbones. If I drew that in my opening hand against any other villain, I would probably keep it and try and get it to the table immediately. So, okay. So we will try to figure out if I want to get. I probably want to get rid of power gauntlets. So I want to flip up. I get 5 counters. I'm going to use a genius to play a shoulder cannon. I'm going to discard a targeted strike and a gauntlet. Wait, no, sorry. A Sense of Justice and a gauntlet gun to discard power gauntlets. Then I'm going to discard a targeted strike for a crew quarters. Okay. I'll attack here for 2, doing 2 damage, so taking him down to 10. And I could kind of spam shoulder cannon at this point, but I don't think that I want to, just in case I draw an event that, remove 4 for 8 damage, right? I don't want to just spam shoulder cannon, so I'll just use it once and deal 1 damage. Because you remove to ready it, not to deal the initial damage. Cool. So we will ready up. We got munitions bunker. Excellent. Clear the area. Under surveillance. A Sense of Justice. and a repulsor beam. Cool. Okay. Great. So I almost kind of want to let him go on to the next stage before I play under surveillance, but I don't think that's going to really work out, but we'll see. We'll throw one here. Crossbones is going to attack me for 1 plus 0. So that's just 1 damage. I'm down to 9. And we're resolving the bad card, which is the villain schemes. Hey, it may actually work out. So 1 plus a boost. So give the villain a tough status card. So bummer. So this is only at 2 now. Thought he was going to move on. He just needed to draw 1 boost icon. One of the very few times where you want him to draw. Alrighty. So let's toss a repulsor beam for clear the area. So remove 2 threat from a scheme. If it's the last one, you get to draw a card. Hey, there's a lay down the law. Don't need that. And then let's toss a under surveillance onto the main scheme, raising the threat to 7 instead of 3. And then we'll rat-a-tat-tat 5. And I'll swing for 7. So he's down to 2. I'm going to flip over to alter ego form. I'm going to shuffle, I think repulsor. I'm going to shuffle gauntlet gun. No, I'm going to shuffle repulsor beam. Into my deck. I think that he can just go so quick. Repulsor beam is a 1 for 4 damage, and that I'd just rather have that. I also have another gauntlet gun in here, so if I need it, then I can grab it. But yeah, I'm going to hold on to lay down the law and munitions bunker. So we'll ready everything up. We're gonna draw. We got an impede. Don't need that. Beat cop. So 2, 4. Scorched earth and impede again. Wait. Get a tough. So the first shoulder cannon knocked off the tough. Give him 1 more damage. Sorry about that. Call me out. I'll exhaust crew quarters on my turn to heal 1 damage, going back up to 10. Okay, sweet. So now we're gonna place 1 here. Crossbones is going to scheme for 1 plus 1, so that's 2. And because of under surveillance, we do not move on. Then our bad card is Insight 1, so this is up to 4. When reveal, discard cards from the top of the encounter deck until a weapons card is discarded. Armor. Oh, okay. Hydra sidearm. So when the attached villains attack the attacking range, he gets +1 attack. Cool. Okay. So now it's my turn. I'm going to discard a Scorched Earth and then impede to play Munitions Bunker. I'll exhaust Munitions Bunker to give 2 counters there. I will shuffle Gauntlet Gun back in my deck using James Rhodes' ability. And we're about to go to town. Sweet. Okay, so we will flip up to War Machine. I'm going to discard a impede to play a Lay Down the Law, which is remove 4 threat from a scheme. So we got that there. And when I flip up, I get 5 ammo counters. And then I will exhaust Shoulder Cannon to deal 1 damage. And we'll hold it there. I'm trying. I don't really love the idea of taking him to round 2 or to the second phase right now, just because he will hit me pretty hard. So I just not do anything with War Machine? Do I just sit there and be lame? Okay, well, I think that's what I'm gonna do. Yeah. Okay, so we'll stand up. War Machine won't even ready. I'm gonna discard a Beat Cop. I don't think I need that. I also don't necessarily know if Beat Cop makes it into this deck and other in future iterations. Jessica Jones, lay down the law, clear the area, power of justice, and a strength. Not good cards. Okay, so we'll start out. We'll add 1 here. The villain will attack me for 2, plus 2 is 4. So we'll go down to 6 damage or 6 health left. And then we've got a Hydra Soldier with guard. So, yeah, yep. Okay, so now on my turn, I will exhaust Munitions Bunker to move 2 counters over to War Machine. I'm going to discard a Lay Down the Law to play Clear the Area. So remove 2 threat from the attack on Athena, and then it's the last one, so I get to draw a card. There's Iron Man. Yeah. Why not? We'll discard Jessica Jones and Strength to play Iron Man. So he comes in, I get to search my deck and discard pile for a tech upgrade and add it to my hand. I'm going to grab Missile Launcher because it only costs 1, so I can play it this round, which is pretty cool. And let's see what we're going to do. We'll go ahead and discard Power of Justice for Missile Launcher. And I'll exhaust Missile Launcher, remove a counter to do 2 damage here. I'll exhaust Iron Man to kill Hydra Soldier. So that gives me a encounter card when I defeat Hydra Soldier. And then War Machine will hit Crossbones for 2, which will push him into the second round. Now we need the machine gun. What is that? Oh, it's the next card. Okay. That comes in with 2 counters. So we're gonna get shot a little bit, but I think that will be fine. I think we'll be okay. Actually, I'm gonna roll down. I don't need to be in hero form. And then he starts out with 14. Oh, too far. And then we will shoulder cannon 6. So down to 8. I'm going to flip down to my alter ego, exhaust crew quarters to heal 1 damage. And then we'll ready up. Before that, he's got 8 health, so do I have a, no, I don't, it's already in there. My rocket grenade or whatever it's called that does like absurd amounts of damage. But I think, so in that case, I don't actually think I'm going to shuffle any of these cards back in. So we've got a gauntlet gun, we've got a sonic rifle, got a Nick Fury, sonic rifle, and a skilled investigator. 2, 4, 5. Sweet. Okay, so we're gonna do 1 here on the main scheme. Crossbones is going to scheme for 2 plus 1, so 3. So that goes up to 4 in the main, and then we're gonna resolve 2. So we've got the combat knife. So he has piercing and a lot of attack now, and then a Hydra regular. So in sight 1. So this is up to 5. So he's got 8 health left. So I think we'll exhaust here to go 2. We'll exhaust crew quarters to heal 1. We're going to, we'll discard these 4 cards to play Nick Fury. I'll draw 3 cards. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Yep. Then I will flip up to War Machine. I get 5 ammo counters. 2, 4, 5. Nick and Iron Man will attack for 4. I'm going to missile launcher 1 here for 2. And then I will repulsor beam for 4. So absurd damage output. I mean, incredible. I really like War Machine. I think that this was a super fun kit. I mean, this may be one of the stronger, maybe probably an A, maybe not an S tier, but I definitely think, one of the top tier heroes at this point. I mean, just the way that he is able to throw damage out has just been incredible. So let's talk about the 4 different aspects. So I played through a game with all 4 aspects, and then if you're watching on YouTube or if you want to find them later, you can go down and find the deck list in the YouTube description. But I think my least favorite is probably Protection. I didn't love Protection in War Machine just because I want to be flipping down, and I feel like Protection rewards you for staying in hero a lot, and so Protection is probably my lowest. Then my favorite was probably Justice, and I think like just being able to mitigate the threat and just deal damage using your cards and being able to flip down as often as you need to was great. So that puts the leadership and the aggression in the middle, and I think I would probably say that I liked aggression a little bit more than leadership. I think I enjoyed my game of leadership more, but I think that's probably just because it's the new archetype and kind of like, we're still in the honeymoon phase for the leadership archetype of like sneak attacks and everything. So I think, yeah, justice, aggression, leadership, protection. However, I had fun in all of them. I think that I could build War Machine a little bit differently in protection and actually have him do like the defense build, because he doesn't really need to be ready. Like, I mean, he's thwarting for 1 or attacking for 2 if he's still ready. And so it may be better, and maybe even some of these other decks as well, to just defend with him and keep his health high, because a lot of his events, all of the damage and all of the threat mitigation are coming from his cards. So I don't really know if there is. It may just be worth defending with him a lot more, and so that makes protection a little bit more interesting. It's not how I built the protection deck, just because I wanted to play some a little bit differently. But yeah, I mean, it was really great. I really liked War Machine. I mean, just another awesome addition into the heroes that they've been putting out recently. I mean, I think they've been killing it on the design side. So I really appreciate everyone coming in, hanging out, watching, and me play through these. And if you want to connect with me more, all my social links are in either the description of the video or on my Twitch channel, and I would love to talk with you all more. I will be back tomorrow, so I'm playing the Lord of the Rings, and shoot, I don't remember the Journey to Rabasel, or however you pronounce it, the one where you have to heal the eagle. So it's a really hard quest. I've built a kind of a fun deck, and so I'm excited to play it. And so that will be tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern, or you can catch it on YouTube after the fact. And so it's great hanging out with you all, as always, and I hope you have a great rest of your weekend, and I will see you tomorrow. See you.